So Lynn Carr actually talked about this video, talked about this movie, which is Man of Steel. Came out in 2012. Guess what else came out in 2012? Ouch. The Amazing Spider-Man. You know what they both have in common? That they're bright characters that's supposed to be full of hope and everything. And look what they done. Because of the success of Batman, they decided to actually turn them dark and gritty. That's one thing that Linkara actually missed, is the fact of this was the situation where they thought all superheroes be dark and gritty. Even Superman, even Spider-Man. So instead of doing 10 years later, we're going to talk about, was it worth it? Was it worth it to actually make them grim, dark characters when you shouldn't have done it? Let's go with the one that actually is an upswing, which is, of course, he has no pun intended, which is Amazing Spider-Man. So Amazing Spider-Man came out to be dark and gritty. You can see for yourself, even his suit actually showed that. The soundtrack kind of sucked. It's like, yeah, the soundtrack kind of fucking sucked. But even so, we get into it. It's very dark. Uncle Ben doesn't even get to say with great power comes great responsibility. Damn. And how does the one that showed up as Spider-Man No Way Home know it? That's a good question. I don't freaking know. I think it might have been Aunt May in this case. It's like, I don't freaking know. But anyways, wait, how come the one for Spider-Man No Way Home doesn't use his tinsel webbing? He has normal webbing now. Stop asking questions. But anyways, that's what they decided to go with, is a dark gritty version. And well, they did dark gritty punk version, and lo and behold, all the critics was like, thank you for making Spider-Man, well, Peter Parker not nerdy anymore. Yay. What the fuck? The only messed up part has to be the fact of when they were setting it up, which, if you look, the original setup was actually different from what we got. And then when it came to make it a trilogy, he wanted to do the untold story, which they decided to do an upswing and change what people disliked about Amazing Spider-Man. They made it bright. They changed his suit. They dumped the untold story part, which is like, but that's not really dark and gritty, is it? And it's like, yeah, fuck that. We just dumped it within 2 minutes in the movie. And it's like, but I thought we were just building it up to the point where it's like reveal. Instead, nope, here it is. But at least the good news, we can say that they changed it, and Hans Zimmer, I think he actually is trying to reveal something to us, boys and girls. So we get into Man of Steel. Man of Steel is a different animal of itself. They decided to make Superman extremely messed up, and hey, even Spider-Man wasn't messed up enough to kill someone. He got shot instead. He got shot in the freaking side. Dang. Oh wait, he got someone killed technically. Yeah, Captain Stacy got killed thanks to him. So in this one, they actually got Superman to kill someone, and they think that was part of the dark and grittiness. It's like, yeah, he has to kill someone. Where it's like, yeah, but Batman, he didn't initially kill someone. He just allowed Ra's al Ghul to just go down with his ship. So he didn't really kill anyone. But this one, yeah, Zod got killed, and I agree with him. Personally, I was thinking about, he just lifts him over his head and then slams in the freaking ground. You know, lift him overhead, slam on the ground. There you go. That works. But yeah, he killed the mom and dad. Wasn't really truly like very comforting or acting like themselves. And it's just to the point where it's like, this dark and grittiness did not help this movie at all. And that's why many people don't really care about this movie getting references back. There's just a few references, of course, you know, that the cast members returned. And, well, Batman v Superman had to build off on this. But still, though, the thing is that this was so dark and gritty that no one really truly liked it. And if someone did like it, well, good for you, but I'm not gonna do this again. And technically, we can even go to the point where it's like, it's not only because of Batman, but it's because the fans of DC. Yeah, you guys are to blame. They gave you Green Lantern. Y'all said, no, no, no. Instead of doing what everyone did in Amazing Spider-Man, which is they basically told them criticisms, and lo and behold, they took the criticisms and they changed it. Y'all guys just said, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself. Which basically means that the Green Lantern movies are canceled now. They can't just change the suit and just make it so that the first movie is kind of bleh, but the second movie is like, no, you didn't give one a chance. So if it was kind of fun and stuff in that movie, and that's what Superman Man of Steel is going to be, they didn't really understand what exactly you hated. So that's why another reason that they could have did this is because of these DC fans thinking it was a good idea to boo on everything. You know, it's like, is this suit, boo, y'all suck, everything suck, the movie suck, all suck. And it's like, dude, you just need to give them some good criticism and don't be a jerk. Because now they even took the idea of where it has to be dark and gritty. It's like, yeah, if Green Lantern was dark and gritty, it might have worked. And it's like, yeah, so that's another reason why you got this. But the real question remains, did these movies hold up to this day and chose the right decision, become dark and gritty? I'm going to have to say no. Personally, I would have preferred having Spider-Man 4, but we got you, whatever. And as for Man of Steel, I think I only watched it once. He's like, yeah, I think I only watched it once because I really have no real interest in watching it again. Sorry, but I have no real interest watching it. And I guess the only other thing that's to add to this is the fact of it just sucks that Hans Zimmer just revealed to us technically, because if you listen to what Amazing Spider-Man is like, I'm like, this movie soundtrack seems to be the one that you wanted to put in Man of Steel. I have to believe that because it doesn't sound like Spider-Man, but it sounds very heroic. And I'm like, I think it might have belonged to freaking damn Superman. And now looking back, be like, yeah, he was part of Man of Steel. I'm like, this makes sense now. They made this soundtrack and they're like, no, go darker and grittier. And he had to just put this to the side. And then when he got another superhero movie, he just threw this in there and there we go. Yeah, I mean, he did more stuff too, but the thing is that the theme for Amazing Spider-Man 2 seems like it's supposed to have been for Man of Steel. So he kind of told himself, and personally, I'm cool with him telling on himself because at least it gives you some little insight being like, But anyways, man, tell me, did they actually make the right choice, making these both movies gritty? Or should they done the right thing and left them alone and just kept them the way they were? Comment down below.
Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
In my house? In the middle of the night? And who the hell are you?
Run, stupid!